That makes 2 boars and 5 horned rabbits. Ayaka grinned as she walked ahead of the cart. 75 guild points, Mizuki said, which pays off everything for today. 20 guild points for the smaller cart, 40 for the slightly larger cart, and 15 for the gear that we purchased. Ayaka sighed happily. This meant that everything they had earned earlier in the day could be divided into the cost of the room, food, and the savings. We didn't pay off for the food we ate, Mizuki pointed out, checking the sun for how much time they had. We have a little bit of time left before we need to start heading back. Ayaka hoped that the night wolves wouldn't appear. Mizuki shook her head. We should be going back now. The risk of those wolves is too high. Not only do we have to make it back to the town, but there's the chance that we run into horned rabbits or boars. Ayaka had to admit that her friend was right. Though she wanted to keep hunting for monsters, the fact that it was only the 2 of them with a cart meant that if they got caught by night wolves, then the monsters they caught could be lost. Even if she didn't like the idea of heading back early, the thought of losing the 7 monsters was an attractive idea. Groaning, Ayaka nodded. You're right. Giggling at Ayaka's reaction to the fact that they needed to head back, Mizuki tried to comfort her friend. The fact that we can take on grassland boars means that we'll be able to multiply how many guild points we can generate each day. So, even if we head back and miss out, we'll be able to earn even more tomorrow. Turning around, Ayaka began making her way back to the town. She had accepted Mizuki's logic and knew that it was better to not be too greedy when tomorrow would be even better. Mizuki was already turning the cart around and beginning to make her way back. Ayaka looked around and was surprised to see the figures of adventurers off in the distance making their way back too. Based on the spacing of the adventurers, it was just a couple of solo parties. The fact that they were close to one another was likely connected to the reason why Ayaka and Mizuki were making their way back. See? Other adventurers are thinking the same thing, not wanting to get caught by the night wolves. Mizuki grinned, enjoying the fact that she was right in suggesting they head back. Rolling her eyes, Ayaka nodded. Okay, you're right. Are you happy? Yep, Mizuki said as she giggled. There were a few more adventurers on the other side of the road, but none of them looked to be their fellow group members. They must have gone far, Ayaka said. Shrugging, Mizuki answered, It's possible that they headed back earlier. They could also have tried heading to the rear of the town, thinking that few adventurers would consider such things. Though it wasn't a big deal that they didn't get to hunt with the others, Ayaka was a little bummed that they didn't locate them. I guess we need to consider making plans before we head to sleep, instead of just leaving everything to chance, she thought out loud. I don't think it was that bad of an idea. The fact that it was just the 2 of us allowed us to discover that we could take on the grassland boars with just us. If the other 3 were with us, then we may not have learned about this fact, Mizuki pointed out.